If you ever see a man standing in your window at night, whatever you do, don't look at his face. I was house-sitting for my aunt when I first saw him. The house was old, creaky, and way too big for just one person. It had those long floor-to-ceiling windows that made you feel like someone could be watching you from the outside. The first night, around 3 a.m., I heard tapping on the glass. Light, rhythmic, almost polite. I froze, my breath catching in my throat. Then I saw him, a tall, thin man standing just outside the window, completely still. His hands were pressed against the glass, his fingers too long, his head tilted as if waiting for me to notice him. My first instinct was to grab my phone, but then I remembered something. My aunt's warning before she left: if you see him, do not look at his face. Just walk away. Act like he isn't there. I don't know why, but I listened. I forced myself to turn away, even though every nerve in my body screamed to look. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I checked the security cameras. There was nothing. Just empty footage of the front yard, no man, no tapping. Maybe I was just sleep-deprived. But the second night, the tapping came again. This time, it was faster, more impatient. I refused to look. I kept my head down, staring at my phone, pretending to be engrossed in a video. But then I heard something new. A whisper. "I know you can hear me." My hand started shaking. The voice was deep, distorted like someone speaking through a broken radio. I turned up the volume on my phone. Louder, louder. "Look at me." No. I squeezed my eyes shut. My aunt's words pounded in my head. "Don't look, don't look, don't look." Then, silence. I counted to 10 before daring to breathe. When I finally glanced at the window, he was gone. The rest of the night was quiet, but I barely slept. On the third night, I decided to be brave. I set up my phone camera to record while I slept. If this was real, I needed proof. The tapping came. Faster, louder, desperate. Then scratching. Long, slow drags of nails down the glass. I clenched my eyes shut, forcing myself not to react. "Look at me!" No. Then, a new sound, not from the window, from inside the room, breathing, right behind me. My blood turned to ice. I wanted to turn around to run. But then I realized I'd been tricked. He was never outside. He was never at the window. He was inside the whole time. And when I finally turned to look, the recording cut to static. Nobody ever found me.